guys, what's up? So today we are doing a tutorial on these really cool fishbone chevron bracelets. So yeah, I have a couple of announcements, so check out the description box for those. And yeah, let's just get into the tutorial. Here's what the bracelets look like up close, and if you haven't made a chevron bracelet before, I recommend making one of those first and then coming to this video because it'll just make it a lot easier for you. You can have as many colors as you want. I think the more colors you have, the more visible the pattern will be. And I also genuinely think that only rainbow looks good with this pattern. Like any other color combinations, I just feel like don't look good. And go ahead and just cut your strings all to a wingspan's length or a little bit longer, around 72 inches will be fine. Once you've cut all your strings to your desired length, go ahead and just fold them in half. And you can start the bracelet however you want. You can tie a knot, you can do the little loop in the beginning, so you can add a button, whatever you want to do. So I just started mine by doing this really cool like teardrop thing. I can do a video on this if you guys want. It's really easy. So just go ahead and secure your bracelet down however you want. So your strings should be set up like how they would on a chevron bracelet. They should be a mirror image of each other in whatever order you want them to appear on the bracelet. So to make it easier on yourself, take half the strings on one side and just set them aside. And on one half of your bracelet, take the very outer string. And then take the second string in line. You're going to cross the outer string over top of the second string to make a 4 shape. Take this tail here, wrap it underneath the second string, and then pull it through. Pull it to the top. Then you're going to do it one more time. Take that second string, it's now the outer string, and go ahead and set it aside using the same color. Take your next string in line and create the 4 shapes. Making sure you're doing it twice every single time. Set that string aside. Now grab your next string in line. We're using the same color every time, going down the line of strings. And go ahead and just keep repeating the same step over and over until you get to the middle of your bracelet. Once you've done all the knots on every single one of your strings and your outer string is now in the middle, it's time to move on to the other side of our bracelet. So set these strings aside and grab your other strings, grab your outer string on the right side of the bracelet and your second string, and you're going to make a backwards 4 shape over top of the second string with your outer string. Take the tail, wrap it underneath your second string and pull it to the top. Do it twice. Set this string aside, grab the next one in line, repeat that same backwards 4 step, making sure you're doing the knot twice every single time, and then go ahead and do all these knots on every single one of your strings until you get to the middle. Once you've done all your knots with the outer string on the right side and the outer string is now in the middle, you should have both of your outer strings now in the middle, and you can go ahead and just join them however you want. You can do whatever knot. You can make a forwards 4, a backwards 4, whatever. There you go. For our next step, I'm going to go ahead and set this right side of strings aside and focus on these strings. Take your first 2 strings in line. Take the outer string on your left side, cross it over top of the second string to make a 4 shape, wrap the tail underneath and pull it up. And then once you do that, you're going to do a backwards 4 this time with your outer string. Wrap the tail underneath and pull it up. just like that. Then taking the same string from the pair that you just did a knot on, you're then going to take your next string in line and use this to make a 4 shape, and then make a backwards 4. Alright, still using my yellow string, I'm going to take the next string in line, make a forwards 4, then a backwards 4. Using the same yellow, taking my next string, making a forwards 4, then a backwards 4. And then keep repeating this until you get to the middle of your bracelet. Alright, once you've done all your knots, it should be like a nice rainbow of colors. Now we're going to do the same thing on our other side of our bracelet. Taking the first 2 outer strings, my very outer string is going to cross over the second string to make a backwards 4. I'm going to wrap the tail underneath and pull it to the top. Using that same outer string, I'm going to make a forwards 4 and wrap the tail underneath and pull it to the top. Still using that same orange string from this first pair, I'm going to take my next string in line, make a backwards 4 first, then a forwards 4, set this orange string aside. Using this yellow string, I'm going to grab my other yellow string, make a backwards 4 first, then a forwards 4, and then keep repeating this step until you get to the middle of your bracelet. Once you've done that, the color from your first row of all the solid colors should still be in the middle, and you can just go ahead and do whatever knot you want with those to just join them, just like so. And now you can just go ahead and start from step 1. So I'm going to start on my left side, and I'm going to take this outer string. I'm going to do forward knots on all of my strings until I get to the middle. Then on my right side, I'm going to take my very outer string, and I'm going to do backward knots all the way till I get to the middle. Once your 2 colors reach the middle, you can do whatever kind of knot you want to do since the strings are the same color. Then on my left side, doing forward backward knots with every string. Then on the right side, doing backward forward knots with every string until I get to the middle. Once you get to the middle, go ahead and join the 2 strings however you want. And just keep repeating those steps over and over until you get to your desired length. To end the bracelet, you can just tie a little knot and add a button, or leave some string so you can just tie it around your wrist or end it however you want. I will also be posting the finished results from this bracelet on my Instagram, which is linked in the description box down below. Alright guys, that was the tutorial. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. So yeah, I will be linking my Instagram in the description box. I've also decided to share my personal Instagram with you guys, so if you want to follow me, you totally can. And I will also leave my TikTok down below, and I do have a Wattpad, so if you guys like reading mediocre stories, then check that out too. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.